Yippee, the day's here, it's my birthday, not literally, but this video is coming out on February 22nd, which is my birthday. I think last week's video perfectly explained how I feel about this annual event, so for this video, we're just gonna make some birthday cake. I do love cake and all sorts of pastries, and it doesn't matter if I like celebrating my birthday or not, I have cake like once a week at least, so why would I skip it on my birthday? Anyways, we're making a cake, but not just any cake. I have never had the stereotypical American birthday cake that you see all over the internet, and it's also known as the funfetti or confetti cake. Now I planned for this, so I obviously did some research. I originally wanted to try out the Pillsbury Funfetti Cake mix, which apparently is the original confetti cake mix, and it's like the holy grail of I don't know what, the birthday cake. Anyways, I went to a couple of stores, I checked online, it is sold out everywhere. I didn't even know that was a thing, that a cake mix could be sold out. I mean, I'm certain that this specific cake mix has been around for years and years, if not decades. Why is it sold out? Anyways, so I had to improvise. I think a funfetti cake is nothing more than just a yellow cake or a sponge cake with sprinkles inside. I am not bothered to create my own yellow or sponge cake from scratch, so I went to my go-to, I went to Whole Foods and got a yellow cake mix from their brand. Here we have it, the classic yellow cake mix. I think it looks just right. They put the sprinkles on top in the picture, but I'm just gonna put them in the dough and I'm sure it's gonna be great. Let's start. I don't even know what the difference between a yellow cake mix and a sponge cake is. Is there a difference? Please don't frown upon me for using a baking mix. Trust me, I'm good at baking, but for a video, it's just nicer to do the cake rather than focusing on the recipe, because this is not do Cody's birthday cake recipe. This is do a birthday cake with Cody and hope for the best. I think you get the point. Let's dive in. Here we have my beautiful and loud bowl. And to the baking mix, we need to add 3 eggs, a 3/4 cup of milk, and 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. It looks a little pale, but I can see how this is gonna become a classic yellow cake. Let's put on an apron. Here we have it. I love this apron. Every time I bake, I usually wear this apron. This is my go-to. My beautiful patriotic apron. I'm probably one of the least patriotic people, but this felt cute, so I got it. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into the details on how I feel about turning 20 because that's what last week's video was for. So make sure to check it out if you care. My plan is to literally just add the sprinkles into the dough, but I don't know yet if I'm actually gonna add them with the mixer or if I'm gonna add the sprinkles kind of layer-wise in the baking pan. I will explain as we proceed. Milk. Done. I hate oil. I hate vegetable oil, so it's always a little bit painful to add this to recipes, but I know it's necessary, otherwise it's gonna be as dry as a brick. Besides that, it's not that much. This is totally fine. I mean, any piece of fried chicken has more grease than this. Ooh. Done, and it looks really, really good. Very anticlimactically pale sprinkles, but they're by Whole Foods, so it's given that they're organic. And I also think that's why the color is a bit disappointing, but yeah. I have to be honest, I never understood the point of the confetti or funfetti cake. And you really don't use sprinkles in Europe as much as you do here in the US. To me, sprinkles are nothing but additional and kind of unnecessary sugar that you don't really taste. What are they made of? I mean, what is this? Fat, salt, carbs. It smells like sugar. It smells like sugar. Okay, I spent around 20 minutes cutting this baking sheet. It's going everywhere. I don't even know how long this needs to go into the oven for, and I already threw the packaging into the trash. It looks like a birthday pancake. Wow, I like it. Let's clean up the mess we made, which is also an opportunity to try the dough. I can't judge. Like I said, I think it looks very promising. I hope it tastes well. I assume that part is not up to me just because it's a baking mix, but Whole Foods usually has great baking mixes, so I'm sure it's gonna be good. That was actually way easier than I thought. I love baking, I really do. Maybe one day I will be able to bring out my own baking mixes. I would really be into that. The satisfaction you get from digging into a nice pastry, a nice dessert, you just can't compare it to any savory meal. Yeah, like I said, today is not literally my birthday, so I'm not making this cake on my birthday because I need to edit this video, but it's coming out on my birthday. If you're watching this, I'm having a great time. Like I said in my previous video, I've just made the decision for myself to spend the day surrounded by friends and family. Turning 20 means my teenage years are over. Yeah, I'm gonna stop myself right there because last week's video was therapy for that chapter. But yeah, I can't wait to see how my birthday cake of this year comes out. I made it myself. Usually my mom makes it, or the local bakery, or all of them together. Actually, I usually have more than one cake, but this year we're sticking to the classic funfetti cake. I can't wait to try it. Let's wait until it's done. I feel it, I smell it, the cake is done. Let's take it out of the oven. Here it is. It reminds me of a gigantic muffin or a brioche. Looks a bit like bread, but absolutely delicious. Looking at it, the confetti or the funfetti in it lost even more color, so it's not as fun as I was hoping for, but it smells very buttery and eggy, and it's definitely yellow. So here is my little stone piece. Wow, it is really fluffy. Here we go. Wow. Now let's cut a piece and see if there's visible funfetti in there. The texture seems very great. Happy birthday to me. I don't see any funfetti. I just see a yellow cake, but it's okay. I don't see any funfetti also not in there. It's okay, I wasn't a fan of it in the first place, but I'm gonna put this back in here, as if nothing has ever happened. It's still a happy birthday. Oh wow. Great. Very good texture. A bit chewy, but very eggy and fluffy. I can recommend the cake mix. Anyway, with that being said, I'm done baking my cake. I'm gonna have like 2 other cakes for my birthday, so I did not make a mess before the actual celebration. But this was definitely fun to do. If you guys made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for showing love. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you enjoyed this little baking session with me. I love baking, and I will definitely do more content like this in the future. For now, it's time to celebrate that I'm turning 20 years old. I can't wait for what the next year is gonna bring. So thank you again. See you soon, and take care. Bye.